Hello, I'm back. I'm back again, and it has not been easy. It's like everything is distracting. The clouds in the sky, the sun setting. I've tried this video multiple times, but anyways, I'm here and I want to keep showing up for you guys. I want to keep showing up for myself. And so there's a big subject that I wanted to talk about, and I decided to do it from the moment that I felt like I started to connect the dots. Um, and it was the first time that I realized I was having an inner dialogue. And I had also realized that I was um, uh, responsible for my decisions, my choices, uh, and that I was creating this life that I was told to create. And when all that starts falling apart, it is really painful. My life got flipped upside down, and I had to make some big changes. And I found myself alone for the first time with my thoughts and my feelings. And I think it was the first time you felt the adulthood coming in, right? It's like, oh, that was for me. That's what happened. Um, and so when that inner dialogue started, it was like the moment I started to connect the dots to everything I was told to believe, everything I thought I was. And once it starts falling apart and dismantling, it is really painful because um, you question everything about yourself, and then um, it just doesn't feel good. It's like I wasn't aligned or attuned with myself. Um, so making that connection was the beginning stages of my waking up, right? Um, and it happened almost like a nightmare. Horrible story for our family, at least. Um, we were all still living together, and we had just bought this new house. My grandmother lived with us at the time, and I grew up with having her around. I think she lived with us for like 10 years. Um, and she decided to go back to Mexico, and I think more than anything, my mom and her brothers granted her wish. She was a beautiful person and such a blessing in our house. Um, she knew what she wanted, and she really wanted to be put to rest in her home. So a week prior to her moving back or coming back home, she got sick with pneumonia. I mean, I will tell you guys more about that some other time because it's a beautiful story. But today I wanted to talk about how I started to connect my dots, right? And so she passes away. Um, my mom comes back, and everyone that didn't get to go to Mexico to the funeral wanted to come and give my mom her condolences. So we're getting ready for this family dinner, and our house burns down. I'm busy. I decided that morning that I would go to the office, and I was, top selling agent at the time, in our office, and I decided to go and do some work so that I can really enjoy family time. So my little brother was with me. We come back and we see our house 150 feet up in the air in flames, and that was devastating. You don't realize what blessings in the disguise are until a long time passes by, right? Um, it has done so much for me in building so many different strengths. Oh my gosh, I could build a house. I can sell one too, and I can burn one up. Couple of them. Anywho, so and then I also broke up with my boyfriend at the time, so that was just like boom, boom, boom. It's all coming at you, and I found myself having to make some changes. Um, I hit I hit my first depression, I think, and I didn't know what that was. I just knew that I was in a very destructive mode. I was drinking, going out, smoking, doing all the bad girl shit. um, I was living it up in a very negative way, um, because I was hurting myself. So I found myself super depressed, and my parents thought, oh, it's a good idea that you might want to go to Arizona and try out maybe caregiving to change. The real estate market also crashed after we rebuilt the house, which took about 11 months. And so I felt really lost. Like, oh my God, like, I left high school and my world was building up and all these exciting things were happening. And then boom, everything crashed almost all at the same time. And I have hummingbirds coming right to the phone and they just fly back. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. And so my family that lived in Arizona said, yeah, come by, be a different change. And I thought, what the hell? Like, I can't even wipe a baby's ass. I'm going to wipe a senior's ass. Like, I don't think so. But God had different plans for me, or the world, the universe said, girl, I'm gonna show you your strength, right? But the first time I felt like I did a connection, and started connecting my dots to my awakening, were the moments that I found myself alone and my world had fallen apart. Everything that I thought was secure and was going to take me places fell apart all at the same time. And so, luckily I didn't really know what depression was, so I didn't go through the medical route and got diagnosed with who knows what at the time, right? Um, Also, marijuana wasn't really like a thing then. You would just smoke weed for fun. But nowadays it's like, oh, you're depressed? Smoke some weed. Or I was just drinking, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed for fun, going out to parties, late night clubs and hooking up left and right. But I didn't go the other route, which I'm really happy about. But nowadays, you're made to believe that you have to do almost like pre-diagnose yourself, and you're made to believe that everything's depression and it's permanent, or you need an outside world to tell you how to take care of yourself. So my first way of connecting dots happened in a really beautiful place, I think, now that I see it. I moved to Arizona and I found myself going to a restaurant by myself for the first time, and that was a big deal. Oh my gosh. It was like taking my first airplane flight. Like, it was a big deal. And I went to Sedona, I went to the Grand Canyon. I did a lot of things by myself, and I found so much freedom, I found, more than anything, I started to build a connection with myself. Even though I was in so much sorrow at the time, but it didn't stop there. That wasn't the end of my awakening. I think I'm still awakening, right? But this was one of the tipping points, or the ones I can remember as far as back as 2008, when my world fell apart, and then to everyone else, right? But to me, it was like, you're ready for change, and I can see it as blessings now. And going back to finding myself in the car for 14 hours driving to Arizona, it was such a safe space. It was a gift to myself. And even though I didn't know what things were going to look like, I took the leap. And there's more to come. But I think I'm going to start off by talking about depression, anxiety, loneliness, and addictions. So, for me, I can only speak from my point of view and my um, experiences. So, I hope that if you are going through something really tough right now, um, you find ways to find the blessings of, like, oh my gosh, I'm having to um, change perspective or do many, many hard changes, or the world, the universe is working in my favor. And as painful as it is, um, you're able to connect with yourself in a deeper way that that will come with so many beautiful benefits. At the end, there's a hummingbird right there. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we'll continue connecting dots. We have a parrot. Becky, I'm going to show you guys my background. I mean, what I'm looking at right now. It's beautiful. I'm sitting there watching the sun go down. The lighting was perfect. Nothing but natural and organic. I get to watch the sheep take themselves back home. They're so cute. Why are they running? Do they know I'm talking to them? Who knows? Anyways, my mom's got like 50 of these up, and hummingbirds all over. But it's so pretty. They came and kind of congratulated me for showing up again. I hope that this video helps you feel a little better about having to go through so many changes at the same time. And also, oh my gosh, did you guys see that? Okay. Also let you know that that connection with yourself is prime real estate. I call it. It's such a beautiful thing, and it's a blessing, right? So we'll connect one dot at a time, and